Well, another year, another Daytona Bike Week. I come to these every year. I usually ride. This year was extremely... It was a rough one. 6 hours of freezing rain, sleet. And then we finally got into some warmer weather. I had my riding boots completely fail, so I had to switch to my Harley shoes, which are actually waterproof. Anyway, the BMW is doing great. The BMW is doing great. What I wanted to talk about was I got the Cardo, and I've had the Senas. I mean, literally since Sena started doing the small, not the big radio packs that used to be the two-way radios on the helmets, but as soon as, back in the day, I think the original 10S or whatever it was, I don't know, it's been like 15 years, I think. I want to say it's been about 15 years. It could be less than that. Whatever. This is like the fourth one I've had fail on me. Yes, this is probably under some kind of warranty. I don't know. This one's only about a year old. Okay, this one's only about a year old. But they say water resistant, but let me tell you something. One thing I've learned is that the second these get out in the rain, they're done. That's how I've broken them all, is a little bit of rain and they are done. I don't know what it is. And I shouldn't say a little bit of rain, and I shouldn't say it happens every time, because I've been through the 20S I had. I was probably through a dozen torrential downpours with that thing. I'm doing 20,000 years. It's not a lot. I know there are people that do more, but I'm doing, for somebody who works like 16 to 14 to 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, I put a lot of mileage, and I have a company vehicle, so I don't have it's not like I have to ride the thing to work, but I put a lot of mileage on my bikes. I do a lot of cross-country riding, this and that. Outside of the shooting world, I'm riding. So the cardio, the Cardo is, well, first of all, I just want to say the volume is tremendous. These Senas, even with the Harman Kardon, whatever the fuck it's called. Harman Kardon not going to work here anymore. The audio is not as well. In fact, so bad, I always have to resort to using my earplug microphones. So these are little earplugs that have, not microphone, but these are little earplugs that have speakers in them, and they have the 3.5. Well, one of the reasons why I didn't go with the Cardo is because I didn't know that they had a 3.5 jack. Now, the system itself is a little weird. I mean, you can see that this is where, that goes with the speakers, and then this is your 3.5 jack. So I could have hid this, but the reason why I didn't is because I tested it. I'm able to use it with my headphones now. So if I'm on, and yes, I had to, this is another thing too. I had a bird whack the shit out of my fucking helmet last night on my way into Daytona. Last night's ride, it took me 20 hours to get to Daytona. I left at 7 a.m. I didn't get here till 3 a.m. 7, 6, 5, 4. That's 20, yeah, about 20 hours. What a fucking nightmare. I had to stop by new heated gloves. It was a fucking nightmare, that first strip. Everything in that rainstorm started to fail. And I've had those products in dozens, if not, well, probably not hundreds of rainstorms. It's not like we don't live in the fucking jungle in the Northeast. But they've been in dozens of rainstorms. I'm the type of rider, I don't ever look at the Weather Channel before I go on a trip, because then you'll never go on a trip if you're always waiting for the perfect weather. So I don't ever look. But so I never knew that this is how these were set up. So I like that this is magnetic. Oh, I don't know how this comes apart. I don't know how this comes off. Yeah, I'm not fucking. I literally just installed that in the parking lot of Destination Daytona. So this comes off somehow. It's magnetic. That's all I fucking know. I don't want to break it. I got it glued. One thing I like too is I was able to mount it up higher, which I like, because the Sena is always mounted down lower. And then if I'm wearing anything bulky, like if I have my rain gear on, with my jacket, even though the jacket I have on is rainproof, I still like to wear rain gear over it. And then if I have like the heated gear underneath that, this knob always just goes beep, beep, beep the whole fucking time I'm riding. There's something bumping up against it or something like that, and it's just non-stop. I usually electrical tape right along the bottom here on all my 20S's. They're all electrical taped, which I think I'm going to do a bulk. I'm going to send in all my shit and have them repair it. Just so I could maybe put it up for sale or something like that and sell it to somebody, or keep it for backups or something like that. But the Cardo so far has really impressed me. It's magnetic the way it attaches. I like that I was able to mount it higher. It doesn't have this stupid, there should be some kind of protection. Hello. There should be some kind of protection for this wheel, because on my 20S and this, what is this? This is the 50, hello. This is the 50S. The amount that the fucking thing gets bumped constantly. I understand if you have a long neck. I don't have a long neck. I have very broad and muscular shoulders and a very wide and muscular neck. So I look more like a fucking snapping turtle than I do a giraffe, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. So I am fucking happy with this. Having this dangle doesn't really bother me, because I was used to having a little bit of this dangle, even though I would wrap it around the Sena, so then I would only have about this much dangling. With this, it's going to be a little bit different. I could still wrap it around and then do whatever. In fact, I could probably wrap this around if I really wanted to and figure out a way to get that to work. I might just bundle it up and kind of put some small zip ties right here. This is a little weird. I thought this was a very weird design. But I like it. And I started with the Sena stuff back when they first came out with the Bluetooth. I never fucked with that. God, I can't remember what they're called now. I never messed with those ones that were like the walkie-talkie style jabber. Oh my God, I almost had the name of it on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, next thing, this $100 box from Amazon. I loaded the shit out of this thing. I had to bring a bunch of tools. Every time I come every year I come, I got to work on my mother's house. It's like a fucking never-ending nightmare. It's literally, I think it's child abuse. But so I had that thing loaded with tools. It does have like those plastic pucks I was saying that it down here. It has those plastic pucks that it's inserted into, that it slides over. I've actually got a coworker who has a CNC machine, CNC machine, or CNC, I'm saying CNC machine, and he's gonna mill them out of aluminum, or is it mill them out of, yeah, whatever, what the fuck ever. He's gonna make them out of aluminum, so it should be a little bit. The only thing I think that would break on this would be that. But I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, I did drop the bike the other day. Whatever. First drop. I mean, I literally dropped my Pan America the first day I had it. The taller bikes, it's been when I used to ride dirt bikes, I could never even touch the ground, and I never seemed to drop them. I was also about, 30 years younger. And then the sport bikes, I never dropped them either. I mean, outside of sliding off a track. but I never fell over with them. Correct me if I'm wrong. I may have. I think one time my shoelace got stuck on one of them, and I vaguely remember the bike falling on me and my co-rider at a red light and my coworker having to lift the bike up because my shoelace was wrapped around the fucking foot peg. Other than that, bike's doing great. I did get the LED headlight in, $500. They took off, I think it was like $1,500 because it didn't have the LED. And then for $500, you get the LED back. So you can't can't argue with that. Blockbusters are on there. I came to Daytona. I was hoping I could get a Pugh touring windscreen. Just like when I brought my Pan America last year, there's just nothing available for anything that's not a road glide, a street glide, or a Softail. There's just nothing, even at the major manufacturers that like sell that stuff. They just don't have anything. So they're like, they look at you like you're like got 5 heads when they're like, why did you bring that here? Well, I don't know. I've seen about 500 of them already. I know there's a lot of Harleys here. Maybe it's 5 to 1, Harleys to 1 BMW R1250 GS, but I don't know. I was hoping you might have something. You guys advertise that you make it. You didn't bring any, huh? No. So go fuck me, all right? I guess fuck me, right? Other than that, I like it. It's getting dark. It's just getting dark. I like to come here and watch the sunset at the end of each day because it's in between my mom's house and Daytona. I've seen a bunch of alligators in here, but there's a bunch of clouds. And when that sun sets right there, when that sun sets right there, it's fucking fantastic when there's no clouds. All right, big lake. Yeah, that's it. So I'm done with Sena as of right now. Now this thing might shit the bed in 15 minutes, and then I'll be like, hey, addendum, I'm not done with Sena. No, like I said, I got like 3 of the 20S's. I got that, the 50S. I'm gonna be sending them all in. I think getting them repaired. The 20S's I know are out of warranty. So if they're like, oh, it's gonna be $150 to repair it, I'm just gonna say, yeah, can you just put that in the trash for me? The 50S, that's not even a year old, so that should be under warranty. But I'm pretty sure it won't be, just because of my luck. They'll be like, well, did you ride when there was moisture in the air? Was there the thought of rain? Was there the thought of rain? Because if there was the thought of rain, then there was a chance the thing may have gotten wet, and that's not covered. I could just hear it already. How do you have a fucking a helmet-mounted headset and it's not 100% piss-on waterproof? I just don't understand it. It makes no fucking sense. Makes no fucking sense. Why those are not water resistant? Listen, when I'm I don't know that it's about to rain, or sometimes. Well, of course, sometimes you do, but not only that, when it is raining, that's when I think having communication with my fellow riders is most important. That's when you're, I've been in torrential downpours where you can't see 15 feet in front of you and everybody's doing 45, 50 on the highway and you're all trying to survive. How is it that the product is not guaranteed to work in that circumstance, and or you're supposed to remove the product from your helmet in that circumstance? No, that's when I want the communications. That's when I want them without a doubt. So the fact that that is not waterproof and it's I was told it was water resistant by a guy at JP Cycles today that was working on, I looked like he was working for Sena on behalf of JP Cycles, I think. I don't know. He was at a Sena table. He was helping people install them. They were having all types of troubles with them, pairing with other people's devices. It was just same problem my brother-in-law and sister had, where they couldn't get them to pair with my 20S. They had the newer 20S. Is just a complete fucking shit show. We had to update everything, and then I've still never been able to get them to pair with them. So when we ride, I don't. Now I've got the Cardo. We'll see how this does. Like I said, I've never been able to pair with them anyway, so I don't really give a fuck. Who knows? Maybe I'll be actually able to pair with them now. I just won't be able to do the mesh. That's the only thing I wish Sena would have also open sourced that mesh as far in as they could have made it a industry standard so other companies, I understand that you want to kind of keep the product to yourself, but you could have open sourced it, made a margin off of it from vendors that wanted to use that technology. It would have been minimal, but then you could have had a better network. I don't know. Like I said, I'm done with the Senas. This car, the speakers are so much louder. It's so much cleaner, crisper, so much better. I mean, the Cardo speakers they're JBLs versus the Harman Kardon, and then the standards. It's just so much better. I was like, holy shit. I gotta wait for my new screws and shit like that to come from my helmet. They're shipping. I did next day to the Daytona Beach store. for cycle gear. So it probably won't be here till Friday, because you know I paid $50 for like next day for the parts, and they say it's in stock. So it probably won't be here, in fact, until next month, when I won't be here. So I'll be riding home with a no face shield, no beak, and wanting to fucking kill everybody at the store. All right, talk to you guys later.